Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast. We are live Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern on Talk 4 TV, W4WN.com, and my YouTube channel. I'd like to welcome you today, and we are going to be talking about the steps to an authentic you, part 4. We'll continue where we left off last week, and you'll learn to discover who you really are, what you feel, what you need, what you want, and then be able to express it to others in healthy, appropriate ways. When you are living authentically, you have healthier and more joyful, loving relationships with others, and you create an inspired and empowered life. Together, let's create a life you love. I'm your host, Nanci Deutsch, licensed clinical social worker, certified hypnotherapist, and intuitive coach. I combine my counseling, coaching, and intuitive abilities to transform your life and the lives of those I serve. And the show is not a replacement for therapy or counseling. It is for educational purposes only. So, being authentic. I really wanted to continue talking about this topic because there were questions that came in that I felt were really important for me to address. And I also want to share with you some important exercises. We're actually going to do some things today to help you be able to really allow yourself to connect more deeply to that authentic you. So, and as always, you know that I love questions. So if you're listening live, please feel free to ask questions in the chat on Facebook, YouTube. And if you're listening at a later time, you can always go and DM me or go to Facebook, and we will definitely be able to support you in learning more about what you need in order for you to create your inspired and empowered life. So let's talk authentic. First of all, when I talk about the authentic self, what I'm talking about is this pure energy of what you're made up of the energy of what your soul is. And your soul is a combination of characteristics and personality. Your personality is a combination of your soul energy and what I call the ego. Now, we need healthy egos in order to survive on this planet. But what happens is when we have had experiences in our life that cloud our perceptions of who we really are, it's almost like, if you can imagine, I'm going to give you a visual so that it really helps you understand this more clearly. Imagine that your soul is this beautiful light. Like you can imagine, you know how the sun shines and you can feel the energy emanating from the light. You are that sun. And the rays of the sun are you in all these different places and dimensions, but you are the sun. And what happens is, from things that have happened to you, and this is your subconscious mind. So your conscious mind is the you who decided to come here now and to come on the show and to join us, whether you're listening live or at another time. Thank you. That's you making that conscious decision. Thank you, conscious mind of yours. It empowers you. It empowers you to make those decisions. I see a question came in. Let me finish what I'm saying and then we'll get to the question. But I definitely will get to your question because I love the questions. So then you have your subconscious mind, which is the moment you were conceived to present time. It includes ancestral and past life trauma. And when those, like if you can imagine clouds covering the sunshine of you, you know how like sometimes it could be a really cloudy day, like when you're feeling really blue, you're not feeling good, you're just feeling really down, depressed, or anxious. Those are the clouds covering the sunshine, but the sun is always shining. And those are the trauma, the limiting beliefs, the emotions that are the clouds covering the sun. It's not who you really are. And your superconscious mind, that higher self, this wise, unconditionally loving part of you and your soul. And then you have angels and guides and beings of light. And the universal consciousness is all there for you. And your job is to keep working on clearing your clouds so that you can allow your sun to shine. You are that sun, remember. Okay, let's take that question now. I see we have a couple of questions coming in. How do you know if the ego is healthy? Okay, so really good question. And it seems like I probably will need to do a whole show on that. I remember a few years ago, I did a show on ego versus soul. So I think we're going to end up doing that very soon. But for now, the ego, a healthy ego is when you are functioning as an adult in present time. And you're able to communicate clearly. You take time for yourself. You're loving yourself. And you are able to have healthy, clear communications with others. And you're able to function effectively day to day. You're really just, you feel really good about yourself. There's healthy self-esteem. And you're able to love in a healthy way, loving yourself and loving others. So that's how I would define a healthy ego. Now, remember that we are on a journey. You're all on a journey, and is part of the journey to keep healing yourself so that you can become healthier and healthier. It's okay if you don't have it all covered, because let me tell you, neither do I. We're all on this journey together, working on becoming healthier and healthier. And so I just want you to know, if you are not feeling all of those different things that I said, it's because you're on the journey, and I really want to acknowledge you. The fact that you're coming to the show, that you're answering questions, that's you on that journey to become healthier and healthier and live a more inspired and empowered life. So really want to acknowledge you and just know that you're in the journey. That's what counts. Okay. So hopefully I answered that question. If you have any other questions around that, please answer. But people don't always feel that sunshine. Yep, you're right. You're right, Misty. They don't. And here's the thing. That's where we want to get to. That's what we want to be, is shining our light, shining the light of our soul. But very often, because of the trauma, because of the subconscious patterns and beliefs, there are a lot of times people feel more clouds sometimes than sun. And that those clouds can be fears. Those clouds can be anger or disappointments or frustration or grief, or it could be shame or guilt. Those are the feelings. And then there's the doubts, the limiting beliefs about not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy or deserving, not sure if you're capable or competent to handle it. Those are all those clouds. But I want you to know that your soul is that light that you purely are, that authentic you is not any of those emotions that I just mentioned or those limiting beliefs. None of that. Those things that I just mentioned are the clouds that need to be cleared. And that's what your job is to work on. And it's a journey, as I said, and a process, not a destination. We are all in the journey together. Just reminding you. Why do all those clouds creep in? Because all the clouds creep in because most of us have had those experiences from childhood to the ancestral trauma and past life trauma that creates those limiting beliefs and emotions that cover up the light that you are. And what happens is that it's about learning how to heal those places of trauma, learning how to heal, learning how to clear the clouds so that you can start shining your light more and more. Now, sometimes, as you do your healing work and as you clear the energy, and again, remind you when I'm talking about clearing, I'll give you some ideas for clearing your energy. You could be meditating, you could be journal writing, you could be going out in nature, exercising, walking. Any of those things can be ways that you can clear your energy. And there's two parts of the clearing of the energy. The first part is the clearing for the day. And so you want to clear your energy so that you feel more alive, more sunshiny, as much as you can. There are some days, there are cloudy days, like here in New York, we got a cloudy day. And there are times where you may have a cloudy day all day long. And then there are times where you can do your morning work. Maybe it's even inspirational reading or prayer. And you do your morning work and you start feeling that energy of allowing that sun to shine. And you start feeling more light and more love. That's how you know you've cleared those clouds. The emotions of the soul. When you are feeling peace, love, joy, gratitude, those are the emotions of your soul. Those are the emotions of the sun. When you have all those different qualities that are shining through you, you know you're more connected with the sunshine that you are. I know there was another question that came in. What was that question? We got to that one. So the next one. Is there any kind of cloud filter? I love it. Cloud filter. Thanks, Misty. Okay, any kind of cloud filter. So I will tell you that you can do energetic protection where, because sometimes we pick up other people's energies. And if we're picking up other people's energies, then you definitely want to start screening out. One of the things you can do is put a bubble of light around you and ask that you are energetically protected. So that's a quick way of energetically protecting yourself. The best thing for the cloud filter is clearing the energies and doing the morning. Like, I love morning work because in the morning, you're setting yourself up for the day ahead. You want to be able to clear those clouds so that you're setting yourself up for the day ahead, allowing your light to shine and just allowing that energy to flow. And so you really want to know that it's more about the clearing of the energy and again, protecting your energy from other people's energy is important, and clearing your own energy, clearing what's coming up. So what if a person doesn't have the motivation to clear the clouds? So if somebody doesn't have the motivation to clear the clouds, sometimes sounds like that could be a depression. You may be feeling a little depressed or down. And here's the thing. I am going to say a couple of different things around that. When you're feeling depressed, you may need to push yourself to do the things you don't want to do. If you're not feeling the motivation, then sometimes you need to allow yourself to push yourself so that you can really move through and past. However, I also want you to know that sometimes, in fact, many times, it's really wise to reach out for support. You may want to reach out for a counselor or a therapist or a support group or a coach. And reaching out for support is a really important thing. If you feel like you don't have the motivation and you can't summon up the energy to move past that place where you can move towards clearing the clouds, then I'm going to support you to reach out and get help. There's a lot of places online where you can go to reach out for that support. So I would support you and encourage you. If you feel that you're really down and you don't have that motivation to clear the clouds, then I support you in getting other support, human support, where you can get that help on a personal level. And I want you to know that everyone needs that. We're not islands unto ourselves. And that if I didn't have the support in my life, I wouldn't be where I am. I have a team, a village. It takes a team and a village to really support ourselves. It takes, I'll get there in a sec. It takes, I've been in therapy. I have coaches, healers. So there's a team. There's a team. So I just really want to support you, for you or anyone else who's feeling that, because even though you may not feel depressed, you were asked that question because I believe every single one of you that are asking the questions who are live, there's hundreds, tens, hundreds of people that have those same questions. So thank you for answering the questions live, because there are plenty of people that needed to hear that answer. So thank you. Okay, we'll get to the next. Not depressed, just haven't wanted to deal with things, have other things going on and haven't gotten to it. Okay, so listen, the bottom line is I'm giving you the information, and when you are ready, when you are willing, it'll feel right. It'll feel time, or you'll push past whatever's going on for you so that you can then take the steps you need to. Giving you the information, and when you're ready, you'll do it or use it. You have info now, and you can always come back and listen to this at a later time. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to give you an experience for those of you who are live and you can do this. You're not driving. Please do this with us. And those of you who are driving or listening at a later time, definitely come back. Okay, so I'll answer this question and then I want to do the exercise. Put the question back up. I feel lots of people who don't take the time to do things for themselves. When do we find time for us? Okay, so taking time for you is self-love. And it's self-care. And it is a commitment to yourself to be able to take the time and find the time. Listen, we all have busy, hectic lives. And I know that sometimes it feels really, really hard to find the time. But perhaps you can get up a little bit earlier, or perhaps you can go to bed a little bit later, or maybe there's a time you can take during the course of the day, lunchtime, and take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, a half an hour to be able to give yourself the time for that self-love, self-care. And it's really, really crucial. And listen, I understand it, and I know how crucial it is because I've had to start figuring out how to take the time for me. But I know if I don't do it, I'll get burnt out, or I'll just feel more depressed or anxious. So I really want to encourage all of you to find even a few minutes a day and then start seeing if you can expand it so that you're taking even more time. It's part of self-love and self-care. Okay, so I am going to get to your question, Mickey, but what I want to do is I want to do this exercise and then I'll answer your question. And also I would like to hear your comments of anybody because I want to hear how this is for you, okay? So what we're going to do is somebody asked last week, how can we be more aware and the energy of the flow state? Like, what does that mean? So what I want to do is I want to do a process or just a grounding, some really helping you to become more aware so that you're aware of what awareness means. What does it mean when I say that? And also to understand more about that flow state. So what I want you all to do is to first of all, put your feet on the floor, flat on the floor, and start taking a deep breath in. And take a deep breath in. Now remember, you want to do the belly breath. And the belly breath is when you breathe in, your stomach goes out. You can even put your hands on your belly. That might be helpful. So put your feet flat on the floor, your hands on your belly. And then what I want you to do is you're going to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, your belly is going to expand. And as you breathe out, your belly will contract and go in. And do it again. Belly expand as you breathe in, and on the out breath, your belly contracts. Again, breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly contracts. And allow yourself to breathe and feel, listen to the sound of my voice. And now just notice your breath. Notice your breath. Notice your feet on the floor. And just listen. Listen to your breath. Perhaps listen to your heart. Connecting. Connecting is a powerful way to connect with the light that you are. Your soul. Your soul's light. And when you do this, this is connecting. It's becoming more aware. So I really want you to just be aware of your breath, aware of the sound of my voice, aware of your feet on the floor, and just breathing and becoming aware and feeling that awareness, allowing yourself to feel that awareness. And you may notice perhaps that you feel more relaxed. Perhaps you even feel a sense of peace. And now just notice and see if you're still in your head and you're still in your mind, then I want you to focus on your breath. Let your breath breathe. Let your breath, feel your breath. Notice your breath. And just allow yourself to just experience perhaps any sensations in your body. Notice what you're noticing. Just feeling your energy, feeling your breath, feeling your body. Maybe you're feeling your body sitting in a chair. Allowing yourself to just be present with what is. And when you're in this state of being present, of your breath, your feet, your body in the chair, you're actually aware. You're actually present. And when you're in that state of awareness and presence, you can actually allow yourself to move the energy. And it helps you become into the flow state. And that flow state is this state where you are connected and you feel that connection. You feel the connection with your soul. You feel the connection with the sun that you are. And you allow yourself to shine. And when that happens, that's flow state. And when that happens, that's the energy of the miracles and the magic of life. And you see the synchronicities or the coincidences, but I don't believe coincidences. I believe coincidences are synchronicities. And so just allow yourself to be in that state. And now what I want you to do is feel your breath again, feel your feet. I want you to imagine now that your feet are growing roots like a tree. This is more grounding. Your feet are growing roots like a tree. And I want you to imagine the energy of Mother Earth reaching up to support you. Feel the energy of the earth. Feel yourself, your feet in connection with the floor. Whether you're wearing shoes or socks or barefoot, feel your feet on the earth. And breathe and feel your feet on the earth. Now I'm going to count to 3 and you'll come back feeling refreshed and relaxed, really getting a better sense of that place of awareness. So 1, coming back. 2, feel yourself coming back. 3, coming fully and completely back. feeling your breath, feeling your feet, eyes open if your eyes were closed. And let me know. I really would love to hear how that was for you. Were you able to get to that state of groundedness or presence? Or did you have a challenge? And let me know what the challenge was. So let's talk about it. I really want to talk about it with you. Okay, so we see Misty says, that was relaxing. Yay, Misty. If you felt relaxed or peaceful, that means you were able to go into it. So I really want to acknowledge you, all of you. First of all, I want to acknowledge all of you for trying it if you did. If you tried it and experienced it, congratulations. That was really good. If you didn't, I really want to support you and encourage you to try it again at a later time. If you got relaxed or peaceful, then you were able to get into the sunshine. Start feeling that state. Because here's the thing, it starts with moments of feeling the sun of who you are. Moments. We cannot possibly, being human, be that sunshine shining 100% of the time, all the time. It's the moments that start relaxing, peace, moments of joy or love. Okay. I was in a rested state, but not tired. Exactly. In that rested state, you got there. You were able to go into that rested state. That's the state of peace, of relaxation. It's all part of it. And if you were able to get there, I really want to acknowledge you. And if you weren't, know it takes practice. It's practice to get there. So just know that this is part of the journey. Thank you for joining me on the journey. Now, I know a question came in. I want to go to the question that came in before I did the exercise. So, why are we the last on our own minds? So, I'm going to try this by lakeside. Beautiful, excellent. Definitely by the lake, but in nature, beautiful, because then you can be even more present and allow yourself to just experience the beauty of nature. So going back to that other question of why are we the last on our list? Because most of us learned not to be on our list. Most of us grew up in families where we were not taught to take care of ourselves. We were taught to either take care of everybody else or be in such a do state, like do, go, work. You weren't taught to take care of yourself. And so learning, this is an important, essential life skill. Learning to take time for yourself is not selfish. It's not selfish. It is self-care. I call it essential self-care. And essential self-care is essential, vital, crucial on the journey of life. And so it start with a few minutes and then start expanding it, because it starts feeling better and better. You deserve to be able to give that to yourself. I really want to support all of you in that essential self-care. So important and so crucial. And I also want you to know that I have a meditation, the intuitive decision-making meditation. And you can go to inspiredandempoweredliving.com/meditation. So it's the name of the show, inspiredandempoweredliving.com/meditation, Itation. So go and get the meditation, and the meditation can help you clear your energy, connect more deeply to who you really are, and then be able to help you be able to move forward and maybe make a decision that you've been needing to make, and you can get help with this meditation. So definitely, Rebel put the link in Talk for TV, the break on YouTube, and on Talk for TV. So definitely download the link. Click the link so that you can get the meditation. I really want to support you because it's a tool that I was guided to provide to all of you so that you can get support and help in clearing your energies and then making a deeper connection. Because the bottom line is, it's clearing your energy. And I said there were two parts of clearing, and I only talked about one. The first part is the daily clearing. The second part is the deeper clearing. And deeper clearing happens when you go to the deeper causes of those limiting beliefs and emotions so that you clear the energy from your energy field. So learning how to clear the beliefs and the emotions on that deeper level, that's what I do with my clients. We're doing that deeper level clearing so that they can allow the light that they are to shine through. And that's really what this is about, is allowing that light to shine through. Now, making that deeper connection so you're clear. So the two parts of the clearing is the daily clearing and the deeper clearing. And then there's the connection. And the connection is you connecting with your body. Like today was an example of you connecting with your body, your emotions, your thoughts. Being in that state of awareness is connection. Connecting with your higher aspects of self, like your higher self, like the sun that you are. Learning how to radiate that sunshine that you are. So all of that is part of that energy of connection. And connection is really an important part of learning how to become the authentic you. And so I just really want to ask, does it feel clearer that what that means to be able to connect to your authentic self? And if it doesn't feel clearer, let me know what other questions you have about that so that I can answer your questions. Definitely want to continue to answer your questions about being able to feel more connected so you can allow your light to shine. Shine, baby, shine. I see something came in. I think I'm getting there. Yay! Yay! Great. I am so happy to hear that you're getting there because there's a piece. Listen, it's not, like I said, it's not a destination. It's a journey. You're on the path. You're on the path. So grateful you're on the path. Yay! Love it. So part of, and I'm going to go back, part of that healthy, light shining self is self-love. And self-love means that you do that essential self-care, like I was talking about before. It is essential. We can easily, in our society, easily burn out. We're taught to do, go, and not listen to ourselves, not take time. So taking time out taking breath, going to the lake, going to the ocean, going to the mountains, doing like time in nature, exercising, yoga, doing the things that bring you joy, fun. Remember, we were talking about fun? So, all of that is essential self care activities. So, I know a few things came in. Misty, I think, yeah. I believe you are giving us help to get there. I'm so glad. Yay! Mickey, I am working on breathing still. Okay, Mickey, that's what counts. Listen, I just want you to know if you're working on breathing, that's what counts. I will tell you that most people don't breathe well. Okay, let's just call it like it is. Most of us have learned shallow breaths. We don't learn to take deeper breaths. We don't learn to allow ourselves to expand into it. So, what I started doing was I laid on the floor on my bed and I put a heavy book on my stomach and I practiced breathing. I practiced breathing and watching the book go up when I took a breath in and watching the book go down when I let out the air. And it takes practice. Breathing is a practice, deep breathing, because what happens is when you're stressed, when you're anxious, when you're in fear, when you're angry, when you're in grief, when you're feeling shame or guilt or any of those feelings, frustration, disappointment, your breath is shallow, constricted. Once you start focusing on taking deeper breaths, it expands your lungs and it helps bring you to the relaxation point more easily. And so that's why it's really for all of you. If you could do one thing to really support yourself, it's to learn how to breathe more deeply. And I will tell you that there are plenty of times during the course of the day, if I start feeling anxious or nervous or stressed, I'll say to myself, take a breath, breathe. I'll say that to clients. I'll say that in my class. Take a breath, learning how to breathe. Really want to support you. Okay? Okay. So Misty says more and more people are mouth breathing and they are not realizing it. Yeah, like now it's really interesting. Mouth breathing isn't always the best. Nose breathing is better, but there are some places like some yoga breaths. Do you know that in every tradition, there's all kinds of teachings around breath? And in some yoga traditions, it's using the mouth. In some ways, it depends on what you're doing. Our nose breaths, taking in with the nose and exhaling with the mouth, that's a good way of breathing. But listen, there are times where some people take nose in and out through the nose. So it really is seeing what feels right to you. If you can just start to learn how to breathe more deeply, that's what counts. That's what counts. Okay, so we did a lot today. We really covered a lot. Really want to acknowledge all of you for being here, whether you're listening live. Thank you for asking questions in right now, live time. And thank you for joining us if you've joined us on the podcast or watching the TV show at a later time. We're going to have more inspired, and we have the meditation. You can download inspired and empoweredliving.com/meditation, MEDITATION, meditation. So go to the name of the show.com/meditation and download the meditation. And Today we talked about the meditation, we talked about deep breathing, we did an exercise to help bring in more relaxation and awareness. And we talked about clearing your energy and making that deeper connection so that you can allow the sunshine light that you are to shine bright, and let the clouds clearing the clouds, and know it's a process and a journey and that you're in it. So thank you for joining. And there'll be more inspired and empowered living next week, Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern on talk4tv.com, my YouTube channel, and w4wn.com. And I look forward to connecting with you more next week. I wish you all an inspired and empowered day and an inspired and empowered week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye for now.